wanted to discuss with Paul Salcone of Northpointe Bank the minimum down payment requirements and closing costs for not only first-time home buyers, but repeat buyers as well. So without further ado, Paul Salcone, Northpointe Bank, loan originator, sales manager, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Emilio, for having me on the show again today. I appreciate it.
So a first-time buyer, I mean, what type of programs can they expect? What size down payments are required if somebody wants to go out there and purchase a home in 2024?
Sure, great question again. So with first-time home buyers in particular, I mean, obviously in Rhode Island, one of the most popular programs out there is Rhode Island Housing. It is a down payment assistance program. So what that basically means is there are programs they have where they will actually give you money between 15 and 20,000. There's two programs. The first program is a 15,000. It's a down payment assistance loan where it does not have to be paid back from day one. So normally with a down payment, it's 3 to 3.5% down. So doing some quick math here, let's say a property is $400,000, and let's say with a 3.5% down payment, that's roughly 14,000. So with a 15,000 down payment assistance program they're offering right now, basically your whole down payment's covered. And why it's important is, well, it allows you to, obviously use your money for maybe reserve situations or maybe money for closing costs. So that's the 15,000 Rhode Island Housing Program. And the good part is there's no monthly payment on this program. So you have your loan amount, and then the 15,000 additional would be something that they give you at closing, and you don't have to pay it back until the house is either sold or refinanced down the road. So basically that's a great program. Also, there's another one with 20,000 they'll give you. That program, again, something they give at closing, but you have to make a payment on the $20,000 option. But again, that would help you with closing costs as well. Situation where maybe you need the 3.5% down, plus maybe 5,000 or 8,000 in closing costs. It allows you to basically cover everything in that $20,000 lump sum that the government gives you.
If you're using the $20,000 down payment program, what per month, what does that cost about approximately?
Sure. Per month with rates right now being in low sixes, it's about $170 a month. That's what we factored in. So keep that in mind. I mean, it's not for everyone, but the same token, if you need something where, down payments are something you need and closing costs, it's a way to get, you in a place to buy a home today in today's market. But I mean, in general, down payment programs, it's 3% for conventional. And what it means to be a first-time home buyer, I think that's important. You have to either have never had a home at all, of course, or you have owned a house in 3 years. Yeah, and that's for conventional 3% down. They also have FHA, which FHA is a great program, especially for multifamily homes. That only requires 3.5% down, which is important in today's market because, most first-time home buyers, let's be honest, it's not always easy putting out a large down payment. I mean, there are some situations you can. So by having the option of 3.5%, those are the most popular two. And like I said, Rhode Island Housing is like an overlay to those programs. They'll allow you to borrow that money in addition to what conventional and FHA guidelines require. And just something else with repeat buyers too. They always ask you, what's the minimum down payment? There are always these, misconceptions in the industry. Well, your conventional has to be 20% down. That's not true. So if you're a first-time home buyer, it's 3%. If you're a repeat buyer, it's 5%. And they even have a program now with not investment properties, multifamily homes, I should say, where you can go conventional, live in the property, and only put down 5%. Which is not a bad option in some cases. FHA, obviously 3.5 is great, but as we know, some properties might not qualify FHA. So conventional is somewhere we can look at that. One thing keep in mind though with down payment requirements, even when you have the down payment assistance, some of the multifamily homes do require reserves. So what does that mean? Well, if you have a 3 or 4 unit property and you want to go FHA, it does require 3 months reserve. So keep that in mind. I mean, if you need the down payment assistance, you can always use a retirement account where you don't actually have to spend the money, but to show it in a retirement account, that would cover the reserve requirement there.